Hello traders, this is Jaidev Sharma from Knowledge Candles. It is Sunday the 29th of September 2013, and today I'm going to share with you a strategy that can be utilized for day trading as well as swing trading. This strategy allows you to enter into a swing at a very early stage and allows you to be in the trade until swing in that direction has completed. Okay, I make use of a commonly available indicator RSI for this strategy. RSI, as most of you would know, stands for Relative Strength Index, and it tries to compare the recent gains and losses in an asset class in an attempt to show whether it is overbought or oversold. Now this particular video is not about RSI per se, so if you would like to know how it is calculated and how it is generally put in practice, you can just Google it and you'll find plenty of material on RSI. Okay, the way I use it for this strategy is I basically draw trend lines on the RSI and look for trend line breaks on the RSI to enter and exit trades. Yeah, you've heard me right. It is the trend line breaks on the RSI and not on the price that I utilize for this strategy. So let's call it the RSI trend line break strategy and go through a chart to illustrate how I utilize this. Okay, so let me just pull up a chart. This is USD Canadian dollar chart on the daily time frame, and I'll show you as to how to find trades and enter and exit, as well as find the stop losses, etc. Okay, so let me pull in the RSI indicator. I'll be using RSI for 14 periods and will be applied to closing price for the time frame. Okay, let me just increase the size of this window so that we can clearly see trends. Okay, the way this will be utilized is I'll try to find out. Let me just pull up it a little bit more. I'll try to find out trends both in price and in RSI, both go hand in hand. So something like this. There is a trend on the. Okay, so there's a declining trend on the price as well as on the RSI. Okay, typically I would like to take at least 2 to 3 touches for it to be called as a trend. Okay, so let me remove this. So what I look for is, first of all, I look for a trend on the RSI. It could be a declining trend or it could be an uptrend. Okay, and then I look for the break from that trend. Okay, so let me just point this here and draw a line which aligns with this break here. Okay, so once I've identified that, I look at the bar on that particular line. Okay, so let me just put a horizontal line here and put it here. Now, since this is a daily chart, it basically shows the close of the price at the close of the day. Okay, so this becomes my entry point. Okay, now this is the break of a declining trend, therefore my entry will be in the opposite direction, which is the long direction. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is I will enter a long position here, so I'll buy US dollar Canadian dollar at this entry. Okay, the stop loss will be at the previous swing low, yeah, about here. Okay, so basically if I just put the whole thing in perspective, this is my risk. Okay, so entry at 97.37 it is, and stop at 96.32. Okay, since it is a daily chart, it seems quite large, but depending upon whether you want to play short term, you can reduce the time frame. I'm just showing it for illustration. Okay, now so this is the entry and stop. In order to exit the trade, draw a trend line in the opposite direction. Okay, so and the corresponding trend line in the opposite direction here. Okay, so take this out. Now, again, I will exit from this position when this opposite trend line is broken. Okay, so let me just try to find out the break point here. And so the total okay, so it is the break of this trend line aligns with the bar here, and it is the closing of that bar that I have put my line on. Okay, and that becomes my target. Okay, so in this case it is 1.0005. Okay, so that becomes your trade really. So a long entry at the break of this point here, and exit at the break of opposite break of trend line. Okay. Okay, let me just make a record of this on an Excel sheet. Okay, so 0.9737, stop at 0.9632, exit at 1.0005. Okay, so profit of 268 pips, reward to risk 2.55. Okay, let's go back and look for the next trade. Okay, so let me just take these things out so that it doesn't confuse us. Delete this line, delete this line, delete this line here, delete this line here, delete this line here, delete here. Okay, now the next trade could be just in the opposite direction, which is okay, this is a trend, yeah, corresponding trend here, alignment of the break, which is here. Okay, it is on this particular bar, so entry will be at the close of this bar. Stop loss will be at the previous swing high. Okay, so if I insert a picture here, so that becomes the total risk. Okay, now this is the entry. Okay, so enter at 1.0005, stop at 1.0042. Okay, now the exit. So to determine the exit, I draw trend line in the opposite direction. Let's take the previous one out. Okay, and again corresponding trend line on the RSI. Okay, look for when it broke. correct the alignment, broke here, which is this bar. So at the close of this bar is here. It's a red candle, so close of this bar is here, right? Yeah. So profit of up to 0.9834. Okay, so it's a short trade. Again, let me record it in the Excel sheet. It's a short trade, so I'll enter it here. Entry at 1.005, which was the exit of the previous one. Stop at 1.0043. Exit at 0.9834. Profit of 171 pips. Reward to risk 4.5. Okay, so that's it. Let's go back to the charts. Okay, take this out. Okay, now for the next trade, let's look at this. Okay, which it aligns with this trend here. Yeah. Okay, so the line is broken here, so my entry will be here, which aligns with the close of this candle here. Yeah. The stop loss will be previous swing high here, showing the zone. This is my risk. Okay, now when do I close it? Look at the opposite direction. Opposite direction, here is the trend, roughly. Okay, let me take this out, and draw the opposite trend line on the RSI. Look for the break, and the break happens here at this point. As you can see, it aligns with this bar, and the close of this bar is here. Okay, therefore my total profit area becomes up to here. So let me just make a record of this. Again, it's a short trade. Entry at 1.0342. Sorry, that's the stop loss. Entry at 1.0262 and exit is at 1.0099. Okay, so yeah, let me just make a record of it. Yeah, so again a short position, 1.0262, 1.0342. Exit is at 1.0099. Yeah, 163 pips profit and reward to risk 2.04. Okay, let me quickly look at another long trade and then we'll try and summarize it. Okay, so let me take these things out.